And Seamus Bruner, director of research at the Government Accountability Institute, also the author of the new book, Controligarchs, Exposing the Billionaire Class, Their Secret Deals, and the Plot to Dominate Your Life. Looks like a good one. Filmmaker Dinesh D'Souza is also with us tonight. Gentlemen, good to have you both on. Seamus, this all comes. Obviously, you see 1380, the media's laughing at it. It's 3 payments. But it comes after the Oversight Committee revealed that Hunter transferred $400,000 from that same Owasco business. Those funds went into James' account, and then 10% of that number, exactly 10% of that $400,000, ends up with Joe Biden in the form of a loan replacement or loan repayment in quotation marks. It sounds a lot like 10% for the big guy.
Yeah, Rob, that's right. It's good to be with you. Here's the thing. We don't need to fall into the Democrats' trap. They're setting this framing trap where Joe Biden had to personally receive money in order for it to be bribery. That's not true. The statute is crystal clear. 18 U.S.C. Section 201 says anything of value for any official action. So James Biden, Hunter Biden, and every other Biden, if they took money and Joe Biden gave a favor to those people, an official favor, that's bribery. It doesn't need to go to Joe's account. But it has gone to Joe's account in the form of various streams of benefits. Of course, you have the kind of complex loan repayments that Congressman Comer just spoke about. But then you've got Hunter paying Joe's bills, the cell phone bill. There's another $25K. You've got him paying assorted bills of landscaping and home repairs. That's another, 10 grand. Right. Then you've also got Hunter paying for the House of Sweden rental for the Biden Foundation, Joe Biden's foundation office. That's $50K a month. We're up to around 500,000 or more already in a stream of benefits that have gone to Joe.
Yeah, but there's no evidence that Joe was involved, right? Dinesh, what's really enraging is the fact that the Bidens clearly took care to cover the tracks of what was happening here, and we even had one person that was involved in this on some end say that it would take 10 years to figure out for you to uncover how they did this. What's enraging is watching as, the media that's trying to pull the wool over everybody's eyes is happily duped by this cover-up. And they're also pretending to not notice the fact that nothing about the story and the excuses makes any sense at all.
Yeah, I think that the Bidens have, in a sense, improved upon the scheme that the Clintons had put into place. Remember, they had a nonprofit foundation. Huge amounts of money flowed into the foundation, and then political favors flowed outward from the Clintons. But when you have a nonprofit foundation, you're under certain limits. You've got to have an independent board of directors. They can then run amok and sort of do things on their own. So I think with Biden, he realized, let's keep all the dough inside the Biden family. It might move from one LLC to another and then go to the granddaughter and then flow back to Joe Biden. But ultimately, it's family money. And I quite agree with the point that we shouldn't be arguing about whether, the money goes to Don Corleone or Michael Corleone. If it's in the Corleone family, it's a benefit to them. And so I think what the House is doing here is they're trying to dot the I's and cross the T's, and that's all very valuable. The real problem is that you've got a media that's trying to cover up for Joe Biden. Even if you showed them knockdown, drag out proof, checks straight to Joe Biden's account, they would then come up with the argument that it doesn't really matter if people take money from foreign countries because they can still look out for the interest of the United States. So that's the last line of defense. And believe me, we'll get to that one.
Yeah, I think we will, too. And we'll also hear, well, Biden may have taken money from foreign governments, but at least he's not a fascist dictator like Trump. You should still vote for him. You'll hear that line as well. I've thought about that as well. Dinesh, good to see you as always. Seamus, thank you, guys.